listening to the Talking Shrimpers podcast, sponsored by Surgical Holdings.
Welcome to the Talking Shrimpers podcast. I'm your host, Sensei Phil. With me is Finn and Charlie. No, Emily and Katie this week. Katie is currently in action for Southend Ladies. I think it's half time there. 1-1 against Toby Ladies. So they've had a really good first half. We scored early through Georgia Wilson after 4 minutes, and then Toby equalised after 12. Lauren Johnson has caused no end of problems with her long throws. So let's hope we can force a second in the second half. We'll keep a close eye on that. Coming up, 1 point remaining. So lads, last week's podcast, we had 3 games to cover. We had 3 wins and lots of goals. This week, 1 game, 0-0. Thanks, Southend. We're not getting many listeners this week, are we? So what should we talk about? Got a few topics prepared just in case for these scenarios. So global warming, anyone for that?
Yeah.
Price of petrol, maybe?
Yeah,
No?
I mean, where do you start? Where do we even start with some of those debates? I'll tell you, we could be here.
Okay, maybe. I've got one for you. Potentially could be more interesting than the Solihull game. Biggest news in 20 years. Balamory is coming back to our screens. Oh. Yeah, I saw that this morning. Charlie looks thrilled.
Yeah, it's his favourite show, I think.
Yeah, it was on the BBC webpage this morning. Miss Hooley and PC Plum lift the lid on what to expect. Charlie can hardly contain himself, can he?
Well, I was actually thinking, what the hell is that? But yeah, I remember.
Yeah,
were they the ones that were on the coast with all the multicoloured houses or something? Was that?
That was it. That was it. Yeah. Finn, you remember it vaguely?
Yeah, I remember it. Yeah, I think
you grew up on it.
I used to watch a bit of that. Yeah.
So
the old theme tune. Ballamore.
So Julie Wilson, better known as Miss Hooley, asked, people will be saying that to me for 20 odd years, particularly every day. I actually can't believe she's still a miss after 20 years. I honestly thought PC Plum or Archie would have. Made an honest woman out of her, or maybe she's
maybe that's in the first episode. Who knows? It could be a marriage. You never know.
So listen, it was a banger in the day, weren't it? It was. There were some big headlines. I remember PC Plum losing his bike. That was huge news.
You are far more invested into this than what I am.
Absolutely.
Phil loves it.
Yeah, very much so. I couldn't even tell you a character's name.
Yeah,
no, nor could I.
Archie the inventor, I remember him. He had a face that you just really wanted to punch. I don't know why. Just never liked him. Always took a disliking to him.
It's like the Robbie Savage of Balamory, is it?
Yeah. Spencer, he was the painter. He mixed up the wrong paint once.
You could throw loads of names at
for
me.
weeks, that was. Yeah.
No idea.
We'll
get Phil his own show, reviewing Balamory every week.
Yeah. There you go. No, hang on in there, guys. We've got Harry Cardwell on Teammates coming up, and let's just say the very modest Harry Cardwell. So, yeah, we've got that to come. So do hang on in there. We'll talk a bit about yesterday. Finn, you were at the game, weren't you?
Yep.
Yeah, lots of huff and puff and no blowing of the houses down.
Yeah, it was... to be honest, firstly, I think we've got to probably give credit to Solihull. I think they defended quite well. I think they set up well. They're quite a well-structured team, to be honest, and I did say it on the podcast. I didn't think it'd be kind of an easy game.
Yeah, it's your fault, actually. You said last week, this is going to be a draw this week.
I kind of talked that into existence a bit, but yeah, I just felt it because, they beat, obviously, Boreham Wood 4-1.
Yeah.
We know they're a great side. They kind of tore them apart, like, literally the week before. And they've got some good players in there. Sabara, for example, and then
he's a great player.
Players, even off the bench, Connor Wilkinson is a great player. So they've got quite a good set of players, really. And I think where they are on the table doesn't necessarily do them justice for how they play now. Because at the start, if they had this manager from the start, I feel like they'd probably be in a different position. And I think probably going into next season, they're in quite a good position. They just set up well. They played their game perfectly, really. They just made it really difficult for us in defence. But, we probably look at that game and think we should have taken this chance, But, yeah, ultimately, I think they defended well. And it's just... it's a disappointing result, I suppose, in a way, because we could have won and then we secured our playoff spot, but I don't think it will matter too much in the long term.
Yeah.
In the long run, I think we'll still almost certainly guarantee a playoff spot. I mean, something catastrophic would have to happen for us not to get in the playoffs now. We'll probably talk about it later, but even a point against Aldershot.
Yeah, points enough now.
Yeah, so I don't think it'll matter too much, but it was disappointing not to get the result.
Well, we made 5 changes, didn't we? Golding was missing with a calf problem. So Goodliff came in for him. Massey also came in. Hopper and Tallis were restored up front, and Coca also came back in. And as you say, there wasn't any real openings as such. They did defend well, to be fair. I think we overhit a lot of our crosses. I don't think we used boys enough down the left. Yeah, and they did restrict us to long shots. I mean, to be fair, we had a couple of decent shots, which, the keeper saved. A couple of Gus efforts, one really good save. Second half, same again. Coca went very close from long range, and that's what they kind of restricted us to, didn't they? It was, it was a tough day at the office. But then, 3 wins on the bounce in the league. A lot of tired legs, I guess. Like you said last week, you could see it being a draw. And to be honest, standing the guy next to me, I said after 60 minutes, this is 0-0 written all over it. Sometimes, Charlie, you get that feeling, don't you? You just know a 0-0 is not going to change. And it was correct.
I mean, unfortunately, I wasn't able to get to the game. Well, fortunately, it depends on the way you look at it, I suppose. But obviously, no, I wanted to get there if I could, but unfortunately, I couldn't get out of work in time to make it. So I had it on. I was listening to it on BBC Essex Radio. Yeah, and it did sound that it was just like you said. You get those games where it's just, for all your hard work, it's just not going to be your day. And I think the important thing is that we just continued that sort of undefeated run. It's just important not to lose the games at this stage. Obviously, some results went our way with Halifax drawing, and obviously, had we won it, we would have, confirmed our place in the playoffs. But it's still in our hands. We've still got those 2 games in hand to make sure of that. And as Finn said, a point Tuesday, isn't it, against Aldershot will see us with that. But yeah, listening on the radio, it sounded like sort of the last 10 minutes we sort of started putting on a bit of pressure. But he said it was sort of long distance shots, and their keeper did pull off a couple of good saves, I must admit. But ultimately, we probably didn't test him as well as we should have done maybe throughout the game.
Just to give you an update on the ladies, so Hannah Stone just gave a penalty away, and Molly Lee has just saved the penalty, so it remains at 1-1. Well done, Molly Lee. Sticking with goalkeepers, so yeah, Solihull only really threatened a couple of times. I think in the second half on the counter, and Joe Sabara at the heart of that. Such a brilliant player, as we mentioned a few times. Twice released their player to get a shot in. First one was a brilliant save from Colin, and the other one a great block by Joe Gubbins. I thought Gubbins actually played pretty well throughout the game, hit a lot of good balls over the top, got challenges in. And Colin, I mean, fair play to 2BE Consultancy. They were the match sponsors, and they actually gave him man of the match. It's rare that the match day sponsors get it right, but they got it bang on. Colin had an excellent game. Talking about goalkeepers, 2 or 3 really good saves. Finn, what did you make of him yesterday?
Yeah, I thought he had a really good game, to be honest. He was definitely up there for my man of the match. But yeah, to be honest, I mean, quite often there's kind of nervy moments, I think, when he gets the ball. It's a bit like, oh my God, but I don't think that's necessarily down to him. I think it's more so down to the pressure that they were putting on him every time he had the ball. And to be honest, I think he's quite an underrated player. I thought this for quite a while, to be honest. And I just think that I don't think he deserves quite a lot of the criticism that he kind of gets. I understand some of it, maybe the kicking and stuff like that, but we've also got to remember kind of the level that we're at. And you look at a lot of keepers in this league, they don't have perfect kicking, but his shot stopping is superb.
Is fair, yeah.
And shot stopping wise, and I mean the numbers don't kind of lie as well. You look at his defensive record, his clean sheets. Yeah, it's actually really impressive. So yeah, he had a great game, and I was glad that he got man of the match because he deserves to be praised as much as he's criticised when he plays well. So yeah, I thought he had a great game.
Well, I heard a story yesterday that when he was looking at signing at Southend, his mum didn't want him to be a footballer. She wanted him to take a cleaning job at the hospital, which is incredible. What a story. And now he's cleaning up clean sheets for us
Yeah.
week in, week out. Charlie, what an amazing story.
Yeah, absolutely. And you hear these sort of little stories here and there, don't you, of how careers could have been completely different had, taken a different path. And I suppose from his mum's point of view, like, becoming a professional footballer, it's so hard to achieve that and make a career of it. It happens to such few very fortunate people that, yeah, as a mother, you're probably, don't get me wrong, every boy's dream is to be a professional footballer, isn't it? But as a mother, you're probably thinking, well, keep your feet on the ground, and if there's a job available in the hospital, maybe that's the career you should take. But fair play to him. He's he's worked very hard to get to where he's at, and like you say, rightly so, that he got rewarded with the man of the match. Because I wasn't at the game, but I've looked at the highlights, and there's some brilliant sort of one-on-one stops that he's made there, and sort of a couple of shots from long distance. That he certainly warranted that for sure.
Well, there was one in the first half. I don't know if you remember, Finn, right on the edge of half time. He got down low to his left. It was an absolute weldy of a save, which kind of kept us in at half time. And then we did increase the intensity a bit. I mean, Darren was shouting at no ends the first half. We need to pick up the pace because it's what Solihull want. And we just couldn't get that goal. 74 minutes, Finn. I don't know where exactly were you, if you heard it, but 74 minutes. There was a terrible head clash between Ben Goodliff and Callum McFarlane. My God, I mean, the crack. It was one of those moments you were so concerned, and fair play to the physios. They were on the pitch immediately. They didn't even wait. They were on. Goody got straight up. The other guy, there was a bit of a worry, but he looked okay in the end.
Yeah, it was a bit of a worrying moment. I was back in my normal seat over in the West Stand, but towards like Block V, but so I wasn't too close to it. But I mean, as soon as I went down, like neither were kind of moving for like a few seconds. So it was a bit worrying. But I mean, Goodliff, I couldn't believe how quickly he was up.
I know.
I mean, I honestly
made a rock in it.
Him out for a while. At first, you think, oh my God, like it could be anything really, but. Yeah, and then he just stands up straight away. It's like, oh my God, he's like made of brick or something. But
exactly.
Yeah, it was
slabhead.
Yeah, quite a worrying moment. I did worry
it was.
Also, apart from their well-being, but also I didn't know if there was going to be a card given, or I wasn't really sure because I couldn't really see quite what happened. He was kind of last man, so I didn't know if he.
They both just went up and ended up
clashing. It looked more like 50-50. But at first, I was like, "Oh God, is this going to be another red card?" That would not be good for his confidence either. But yeah.
But where the rules are stupid, I mean, the other obviously Goody pretty much got straight up, but then the other guy obviously couldn't continue and got subbed. So the game started with the sub come on, and Goody had to wait on the sidelines to come on again because he got injured. It's like, how does that work?
Yeah, that didn't really
make ruling doesn't really work. It puts us at a disadvantage when actually, if they used common sense, they should have said, right, we'll carry on because fair play, this guy's been replaced.
Yeah, because I do actually like the rule of making them wait on the sidelines. I think it's kind of stopped. Well, it's attempting to stop kind of the silly time wasting and stuff. But I mean, in that case, I feel like maybe the sub should have just waited with Goodliff
when it's something that's obvious.
Yeah. So it's a difficult one.
Yeah. Well, we did try to make changes and try and force something. Keenan and Morton came on 54 minutes for Austin and Massey. Keenan, I thought, gave us an immediate kind of lift with his energy, winning those second turnovers. What did you make of him?
Did you say Keenan? It just cut out a little bit. Yeah. I thought Keenan again played really well.
Little live wire, wasn't he?
Yeah, he gives us that bit of creativity, and he works so hard that it's very rare that you kind of see him play and you don't notice him playing. I mean, I can't think of any performances really where you think, oh, I didn't really notice him do much today. He's always working hard, and we've spoken about before his aerial presence, which sounds ridiculous, but he is a bit of a presence in the air despite his height. And he offers us so much creativity, and some of the passes he makes. I mean, even like last game against Sutton. I mean, some of the passes he was making, I think there was one where he jumped high in the air and kind of did like almost a back heel pass, but he just gives us a bit of creativity, and he's such a clever player as well. Despite his age, he is quite experienced, and he definitely shows it. He had a great game as well.
Well, Charlie, and we made another sub not long after. Cardwell on for Hopper. Now, I was speaking to Kev in the week, and, saying that we just needed, before this game, just the 4 points to finish in the playoffs. And Kev said, I'd love to get some minutes into Cardwell and Leon, Cav, get qualified and give these boys some minutes, which will give some of the others a rest, and it will obviously give them much needed minutes. And he did manage to get Cardwell on. Leon didn't quite get on, but yeah, it's good to see Cardwell back, isn't it?
Yeah, no, absolutely. I mean, it's been, was it January? Was it? He's been out since. It's been quite a period of time, and we've touched on it before that we know he's had his injury issues in the past, but when he is fit and firing, he's a real promising player, and like you say, with the playoffs coming up now, we want I think we touched on it last week. Said that we've got 3 or 4 players that are in the treatment room that would typically probably be in our starting lineup. So to have them nearing full fitness now and getting involved in games is a real positive, and it was really pleasing actually to see Cardwell included in the squad and then getting some minutes, because personally, to be honest, I didn't actually realise that he was even on the bench. I was at work, so when I was able to hear the game, I was like, it took me by surprise, because I didn't actually realise I knew he was closing in on a return, but I didn't realise actually how close he was. So yeah, really good news that he's obviously managed to get some minutes in, and hopefully there's a few others that aren't too far behind him, because we need this full squad, for this playoff push.
Yeah. Well, obviously you expect a bit of rustiness there. Mm-hmm. He needs to get some minutes, get some match fitness again. But there's a few games now, and hopefully if we get the point that we need on Tuesday, then we might see Card starting for a couple of games before we go into that playoff. So, and Leon's not too far away either. He was on the bench, didn't get on. Bridge and Kendall came on the 84th minute. Last throw of the dice from Kev. Again, couldn't quite break that team down. Bridgie put a couple of crosses in. But in the end, Finn, probably fair result, 0-0.
Yeah, I'd say it probably was a fair result. I mean, I think I would probably say we were the better side, but as I said before, I mean, they set up well, they defended well, and they stopped us from scoring. And you touched on it as well. They kind of forced us into having to take long shots. I mean, Dallas had a superb shot, and I mean, credit to their keeper as well.
Yeah, Laurie Walker had a very good game.
He had his kind of run-ins with Southend before in away games and stuff, but he had a great game, and he does handle the kind of banter from the fans quite well as well, but. Yeah, he's a really top keeper. I mean, that save he made of Dallas, I had a great view of it, and it was I was literally going as top corner as it could possibly be, and he still got to it. So, yeah, I think it was probably a fair result. I mean, credit to Kev, I think, because as you said there, the kind of last roll of the dice. I mean, maybe you could have made it a little bit earlier, but bringing on Bridge for Goodliff. I mean, I think Goodliff needed to come off anyway, because he was kind of getting near to getting the card, or maybe
your birds were going around his head as well, probably still.
Yeah, exactly. But I mean, to bring off a centre back and kind of bring on an attacking player like Bridge, to really try and chase the win. When I know we needed a win to secure playoffs, but I mean, we didn't really need the win. Like, it wasn't kind of do or die. So
it's good intention.
Yeah, to really go for the win, I thought was quite a bold move, and I quite liked it, to be honest. I thought credit to him for actually giving it a proper go. And I don't really think we did much wrong. I just think our passes weren't really there, and they just made it difficult for us pretty much. It's just one of those results that you kind of take on the chin. But I mean, the positives are 5 in a row, another clean sheet, and another point. So yeah, not bad. It keeps our run going, doesn't it?
Well, 0-0 in the end, as you say. We've tried to dress it up as best as we can. The only other good thing about yesterday was Halifax drawing 0-0 as well, which means we actually don't need 3 now. We just need the 1 point. So, that's a real positive. Right, coming up in halftime show, we've got teammates with Harry Cardwell, and we talk contenders for the awards. Don't go away.
Powered by Riverside.
Okay, welcome back. This is Teammates from Harry Cardwell.
Best and worst dresser, so I'm gonna give myself the best dresser. There's no question about that. Worst dresser, that's hard. I've only seen him turning up day to day, so I'll just give it Cav just because he dresses old for his age. Best and worst trainer. Best trainer's probably I'm gonna go give it Boise, just like energy, full throttle every day. Worst trainer, maybe Dallo, and I think you'll understand that. That's fine. Worst playlist. Gussie's always on the tunes, so to be honest, they're actually pretty good. So I can't really give you one for that. But for Team Joker, it's probably going to have to be Gussie or Goody. To be fair, Goody loves a little bit of banter. There's a few prank wars going on at the minute with Keenan and Cav and Coke, so them three are also in there, which ties in nicely to the next one. Who's always late? That's Keenan. He's done that a few times. I'm sure the rest of the boys agree. Most intelligent is probably going to be James Morton, probably, or myself. I love a quiz. Who needs help? Just in general?
Harry.
Keenan, probably. He could do with some help. Who pays the most attention to themselves in the mirror? Okay, I think I might get a few answers for that one. Either myself or Charlie Kendall, good looking lad. What would be your football superpower? Just scoring every game you're playing.
Yeah, that was Harry Cardwell. Not bigging himself up at all, was he? I love Cards. He's a funny lad. Oh, brilliant. I'm not sure Cav will be too impressed. Dresses like an old man. Oh, dear. Right. Southend Ladies, still in action. What's the score? Let's have a look. It's still 1-1 with about 15 minutes to go. Ellie Nichols has just come on, so maybe she'll grab a winner. We'll see. Yeah, it was great to see the ladies yesterday at Roots Hall. They were there promoting her game. They were there for that dedicated fixture. I've got a video clip. Let's see. See if you can spot Katie.
United, or via the Southend United Facebook and other social media.
Thank you, it's nice to meet you, Katie, and ladies and gentlemen, Katie Crawford this afternoon, along with, here we go, the Southend United girls. Thank you.
There she is, in the heart of it. She's still playing at the moment. We'll keep an eye on that. But yeah, it's been a difficult season for them, hasn't it? It's their last game today. Obviously, with Nick coming in halfway through, I guess he'll be glad of a full pre-season, Charlie, next year. And I'm sure there'll be some new faces coming in as well. They've got a very, very young team, haven't they?
Yeah, they have. There's been a lot of changes, and like you say, and it's the first, that since Kozu have come in, they've got a real sort of idea of where they want to take the ladies team to, and having a first full-time role as manager or head coach in the ladies team, and I think I see something as well that they've put something out about trying to attract other players as well and stuff. I think they've got an open day or something similar, so hopefully we can get some more players in and improving what we've already got, because I think the core there, from the times I've seen them, there's some real potential amongst the players there and stuff, but like you say, I think it may be a full pre-season now, some new faces, and next season they can really look at getting up that table.
Yeah, let's see. So I think they've got a promotion game, hasn't they, on the 16th of May? I think that was the date.
That's right. Yeah.
At Roots Hall. So it'd be good to get down and see them.
Yeah.
For that game. But yeah, good luck for the rest of today. Got about 15 minutes left to see if they can grab a winner. Quick bit of news on the academy. We've not spoken about them for a while. First of all, congratulations to Mitch Ward picking up Player of the Year for Basel United, where he's been on loan, and also Manager's Player of the Year for Nick Zlatev.
Yeah.
Again at Basel United on loan. So yeah, well done, lads. They've had a brilliant season. They're not finished yet. The under-17s play next on the 22nd at home to Chelmsford, and the under-19s play the same day away at Maidstone. So good luck to Danny, Tom and the lads, and hopefully we'll pick up another trophy before the end of the season. So moving on to awards contenders. So lads, I hope you've got your thinking caps. Shall we start with goal of the season? Any contenders from you?
Yeah.
I know what I'm going with.
I don't know. I mean, I don't feel good. I don't. Finn, do you want to go first?
Well, I've got two that stand out to me. Maybe that's just kind of recency bias, but like one of them was the Dallas chip goal.
Yeah.
I can't remember who it was against now.
That was my favourite. It was Gateshead.
It was Gateshead, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's up there for me. But what was the team goal the other week?
Yeah, that's the goal for me against Rochdale.
That was the other
Dallas's
one,
first goal against Rochdale.
Those would be the two for me, probably.
Yeah, Rochdale. That was the other one.
Yeah.
Yeah, the chip for me was. It's just so hard to pick between those two, isn't it? Because one was a individual brilliance, and the other one was an absolutely brilliant team move.
See, for me, I think the Dallas against Rochdale goal pips it for me. I think just not only for the team, sort of the team goal that it was, but I think the occasion as well against, a side that at the time we were struggling against, top 16, top 17, and I remember it was such a brilliant, just all the one touch passing that led up to it just completely carved them open. I thought it was a superb goal.
Outstanding. I think we all agree on that then. Player of the Year. I'm going to start with you, Finn.
Yeah, I've got one name in mind, but other contenders, I guess I would say, I think Taylor's had another great season. You could say him for pretty much every season. He's very, very unlucky to have not. I don't think he's won Player of the Season, but I think he's very unlucky to not have won that at least once, if not every time, pretty much. But he's up there. I'd say. Obviously Gus and Dallas with the goals that they've scored would be up there, but for me, I would go with Harry Boys. I think he's come in, had a fantastic season. He's got so many assists now. I think most games he's played in, he's been the real kind of bright light for us. And he's also, I think Charlie said it on a podcast a few weeks ago, that he's brought us so much balance in the team now. We don't just have to play down the right side. We can play down the left. We can play down the right. So yeah, I think Boys for me.
Charlie, what about yourself?
Yeah, I can't really disagree with what Finn said, to be honest with you. Like say most season, exactly what Finn said, to be fair. With Harry Taylor, I think the problem with, because he is just so consistent every single season, it's kind of just what you can't sort of expect from him, which is probably why he doesn't really get the plaudits he probably deserves, to be honest with you. Obviously you've got Gus, who his goals you can't look away from, from it's incredible figures for someone in that position, and to do it sort of 2 seasons in a row now, is a real achievement. But yeah, I just think Boise coming in this season, the fact that Bridge hasn't even been able to get a look in down that side, and I think Boys is, like we said before, it gives us that balance across the whole team now. His crossing ability and what gives us going forward as well. I've been really impressed with him this season, so I think like Finn, he would get my vote too.
Yeah, for me, all of the above. I think Dallas has had a very good season. Like you say, Harry Taylor as well. But yeah, I did speak to Boise on Wednesday at the player sponsors evening, and I said, "You're getting Player of the Year, mate. You're going to get Player of the Year." He's been brilliant. The amount of assists he's had. He said, I'd like more goals, but it seems to be every time I shoot, there's a goalkeeper in the way, or a post, or crossbar, or blocked. But, he's got so many assists for us this year down that left side. And he said, I should have actually had a few more, but some of the goals have come off other players, and so we don't actually get the assist for it. But yeah, he's given us just brilliant balance, I think, on that left. And those two, Gus and Boise, both sides. I mean, actually, a lot of Gus's finishes have come from Boise's cross. So yeah, for me. And yesterday, he just showed what quality play was. Also driving through the middle. He just oozes class. So yeah, full house. Young player of the year. I mean, there's not many in contention for this, but yeah, I think Boys again name will be mentioned. But I will say one I would throw in as well. A player that you did say, Finn, at the beginning of the season, you felt it could be his year. He had a good chance with Ralph being out. Joe Gubbins has been excellent for me. Again, yesterday, had a great game.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, with young player of the season, what kind of age are we looking at?
I think they're the youngest at 24, just.
Yeah, I'm just trying to look.
So it can't be older than that.
Yeah.
There's, I mean, Leon.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, I think Leon had a brilliant start, but I mean, he's been out injured for so long. You couldn't really give it to him. But I mean, Slavy is. I would probably give it to Boys. But I mean, just to make it a little bit more interesting, then giving Boys everything. I mean, I think to be honest, Slavy's had an underrated season. I don't know if he'd be my player of the season, but he's definitely had an underrated season. I think he's coming close to 10 goals now. I think he might be on 9 in all competitions, which, considering his game time, is impressive numbers. But yeah, I mean, Joe Gubbins, I can't really say that I disagree with that one. Everybody knows that I've been raving on about him for quite a while, and I think I just like
such
the
a
fact
nice
that
guy, Joe.
Yeah, I just think that he offers us something different as well. I mean, you know, you've got players there who have aerial presence and obviously can do the hard tackling and the technical tackling, like, you know, Goodliff and Taylor and Ralph. But I think Gubbins just offers us something a little bit different with the passing that he has, and he's so comfortable on the ball. He can drive play forward, and I mean, a little bit similar to Golden, to be honest. I mean, if Golden had come in earlier in the season, he'd probably be my young player of the season. Because, I mean, I think he, in many ways, looks better than he did last season, which I didn't think was possible. He looks fantastic, and the way he drives play forward. But, yeah, it'd probably be between Gubbins and Louise. I mean, you probably have to give it up to Boys out of all of them. But, I mean, just to make it a bit more interesting than giving Boys everything, I'd probably say Gubbins.
Well, before we go to you, Charlie, just an update on the ladies. They've just got a few minutes left. Almost forced the ball in. Nichols got a shot in, again from a Johnson throw. Johnson looks like she's had a hell of a game. And the girls are really going for it. They're trying to get that late win. We'll keep in with that. But yeah, Charlie, for you, any different?
Yeah, I mean, I would probably... I mean, like you say, I think if Golden we'd had from the start of the season, and, you know, through the few games that he has played so far, he's been fantastic player, but I think Leon, obviously, he's been another one that's worth a mention. That I know, you know, it's just a few injuries that probably prevented him playing more games than he probably should be. But obviously, you can't look away from sort of Boys, Keenan as well. For me, I think he's been a real good, you know, really exciting player for us, especially when there's times where we need someone that bit of creativity and he's been that spark for us. I mean, he might be a bit disappointed he hasn't scored more goals from the positions that he gets into, but just like Finn said, we're not all sort of on the same sheet, and I'll probably edge it towards Keenan for myself.
I think as well, there's probably one more name that we should probably mention. I just completely forgot to say him when I was talking earlier. I think Coker, to be honest, I think he has had a fantastic season. And, I mean, if we did like a most improved player, he would easily kind of wipe up.
He's come to form, hasn't he, late on?
Yeah, and I just think that, I mean, last season, I don't know if this comes from me kind of personally underrating him myself or kind of the fan base, or how much he's improved. But, I mean, last season, I probably wouldn't have had him kind of near the starting lineup. I mean, probably on the bench, I thought he was a good option, but I didn't have him near the starting lineup. But now, in that midfield, he's potentially the first name I'd have in there, just because he's so composed, he's so good on the ball, he can
brings
shoot.
a lot of energy, doesn't he?
Yeah, and I think as well, to be honest, he'd probably be my set piece taker. I mean, I know we haven't had too much success from kind of set pieces and like free kicks, but he'd probably be my set piece taker as well. He's just kind of the full package now, and he's improved so much since last season. He looks like almost a completely different player for me.
Well, we'll put some polls out and see what the supporters think. It will be interesting. Yeah, we will see. Okay, up next, Aldershot away on Tuesday. Let's have a look at their form guide. So 19th with just 46 points. They've scored 68, conceded 81. They lost 1-0 at home on Saturday to Gateshead. Now, in their last 10, they've lost 8, drawn 1, and just the one single win against Morecambe. Mathematically safe now. Brackley, Morecambe, Braintree and Truro have all confirmed as being relegated. Yeah, let's just repeat that, shall we? Braintree relegated. I remember a week ago, they rounded up their gobbiest 12-year-old Asbos, came down here, give it the big un, and now you've been relegated. Bye-bye. You're irrelevant.
Yeah,
Hopefully you won't see them again.
I don't think they'll care too much because they're helped anyway. But
so back to Aldershot. As I said, mathematically safe now. Hopefully the players will be on their holidays. Obviously, we need just 1 point. 13th is the highest they can finish. Charlie, it looks the perfect game for a point, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. I mean, Aldershot, I find, are always one of these teams that we always struggle with. I don't think we've ever sort of come away with a convincing result there. It's always been very close. Its scoreline only like, sort of one goal in it or so. In going to their place, when I've been there quite a few times, I think I've touched on it before. It's not one of my favourite grounds to go to. However, I could see myself potentially going on Tuesday, saying all of this now, so we'll see. But yeah, with knowing what we know and what we need to do result wise, I think we'll be very professional in the way we go about things. And like you say, Aldershot will now, they know they're safe. They've got, like you say, nothing really to play for other than a bit of pride. So yeah, I think we will, we'll go there, and at the very minimum, we'll get a point that we need.
Well, we'll come back to the potential lineup, but I have to tell you, there is an update in the game. There has been a goal on 83 minutes, and it's Hannah Stone for Southend. So Southend I told you they were going for it. They've got that lead now. Let's hope they can hold on. Just a few minutes remaining. What a great result that would be, and you know what confidence to end the season on.
Oh, absolutely, so, because they've always been, I think they've been on the verge of a couple of results that haven't gone their way. So it's good. Yeah, fingers crossed that they can.
Fantastic. We'll keep on with that. But yeah, who do you think would look to get some minutes? I mean, Gussie looked tired, I thought, yesterday, but then Austin, who would probably come in and play there, he has done a few times. He's played a lot as well. Maybe a chance for Leon. I don't know if he will start. Don't know. What were your thoughts? Finn, do you think anyone particularly yesterday looked leggy, could do with a rest? Who would you start with?
Quite a few of them did, to be honest. And I think now that we've... I know we haven't technically wrapped up the playoffs, but I mean, as we said earlier, it'd have to be quite a drop to not get the playoffs now. I think now that it's all but wrapped up, I think whilst we do want to push up and hopefully, maybe we could challenge some of the higher positions, I think, to be honest, we kind of got where we're going to be. And I do think we've got to just think about injuries and stuff and kind of rotate a little bit. I know they look incredibly tired, and the last thing you kind of want is, I don't know, boys to get injured, for example, something like that. So, yeah, I mean, I'd quite like to see Bridge get a start, to be honest. I know we've said how great Boys is, but I think he could probably do with the rest. He goes 100% every single game. It's only a matter of time until he needs a rest. So I'd probably like to see Bridge get a go. I think it's probably a good game for him. I think it's gonna be honestly a roll of the dice what Aldershot team we get, because quite often you think, oh, all right, their season is basically over now. Hopefully, as you said, they're on the beach and they just don't care. But then you can go the other way and they have no pressure on them at all, and then they turn up and play really well. But so it's difficult to know what Aldershot team you're going to get. But yeah, I'd like to see Bridge potentially get a go. I think To be honest, I think Austin's played a lot better in recent weeks. I think
He's been playing well.
I've been a little bit kind of critical of him in certain areas of the season, and maybe he hasn't lived up to kind of what we heard from Notts County fans. But I mean, he's played really well in recent weeks, I thought, personally. So, I mean, it'd be good to see Moene get a go. He wasn't even on the bench, I don't think, last game. But so I don't know if he's even around. I don't know what's going on with him really, but I would like to see him get a proper go, get a start. I think he deserves it. And I would actually like to see Spazov and Kendall actually again, because I thought they played really well against Sutton. I understand the move to have Dallas and Hopper obviously at the home game, but I think another away game, it could be a good chance for them to get some goals. I know Aldershot have some pretty decent players. I personally rate their goalkeeper. I think they've got a good goalkeeper. Boyce Clark, he used to play for Reading. But yeah, I think it'd be a good chance to test out some players and give some minutes to players who probably haven't had minutes earlier in the season.
Well, as you mentioned earlier, Finn, Kev took Goody off near the end. Probably a bit of protection on that head. But obviously with Golding out and looking ahead to the playoffs, he doesn't like to change the formation too much, does he? But could he potentially go 4 at the back? You know, not rush Golding back too soon. Yeah. Same with Goody. He's had that whack on the head.
Yeah, I think it'd probably be
might he go 4 at the back?
It's probably a good time to try out some stuff, try out some new tactics, try out some new things. And I think that last game of the season against Wealdstone, I mean, I imagine that probably won't be too important for us. I mean, maybe if we're trying to push up to sit for something, you never know. But I mean, it probably won't be too important for us. So it'd be interesting to see if he tries out different stuff against Wealdstone, tries and sees what tactics he could switch up. But I mean, I could probably see. Can't really, as you said, he doesn't really like to change up too much, so I couldn't really see him changing for the Aldershot game. But potentially later in the season when we've got it fully wrapped up on points and there's not really any room for movement, I do think there you could probably see a bit of movement. But hopefully we get to see just some different players and get a go, because it'd be nice. I mean, you never know, if Bridge plays really well and hits a bit of form, he could play a good part for us in the playoff and the final run of the season.
Charlie, anyone for you potentially to come in?
No, I mean, obviously we spoke earlier on about obviously Cardwell's sort of back now, Leon's knocking on the door, so although I can't see either of them starting, maybe Cardwell potentially seeing how he's recovering from yesterday's game, but I would imagine that, you know, if we could get half hour into Cardwell again, and similar for Leon potentially, I think that'll be good for us. And then, like I say, it's just that defensive headache. It's the situation with Goodliff and how his head is after that collision. Now, the fact that he was able to carry on playing afterwards suggests it probably isn't anything too serious or anything. But obviously we'll have to just see how that pans out in the coming days, because obviously with Golding nursing a slight injury, that's again someone we don't want to rush back and potentially lose for the playoff campaign. We see what difference it made last season. I do think, you know, we missed him in that playoff, you know, especially the final. I think he does give us a real presence going forward as well as defensively. So yeah, it will be interesting to say there's Bridge that you're looking at. He's always sort of knocking on the door there. And then you've got the likes of Slavy Walker. We haven't seen Walker involved for.
No, he wasn't even on the bench yesterday.
So potentially, will this be a game for him to get some minutes in his legs? Because, you know, it's been quite a few weeks we haven't seen him included. So
the other loanee as well, Noah Mulwayne.
Yeah, exactly. Again, very limited minutes since he's joined us. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see. I mean, I can't see Kev starting as a 4-4-2. He never really starts 4-4-2. It's always reverts to that depending on how results are going, how the game's going. Then he may revert to that, but I can't see him coming out straight away changing the formation up and down. I think it's also critical that although we want to, you know, get players, you know, other players in and stuff, we still want to keep that consistency within the team as well. We don't want to sort of disrupt it too much with the flow and stuff. So I I think this formation will probably stay the same, and we'll probably see maybe 2 or 3 changes, probably predominantly in attacking and maybe in that central position.
Yeah. Okay, then we've got Halifax away on Saturday. Now, this could have been a big one, looking at the league table, but it looks like that obviously if we get the point against Aldershot, then it's done. That could be a nothing game after all now. Their form, played 44, sitting 8th, scored 66 and conceded 60. I think that's been their problem. Obviously, we've gained a much superior goal difference, which was always like an extra point, wasn't it?
Yeah.
The last 5, they've got 2 draws, 2 defeats, and just the 1 win against Altrincham. Yeah, it could end up being a nothing of a game, just to give a few more players a run out.
Yeah.
Sorry, go Sean.
No, go on, Finn.
Yeah, I was just going to say, like, it's I mean, we've got to be careful because I guess if we lose to Aldershot, then that
then it's game on, isn't it?
Yeah. I mean, if we somehow lose to Aldershot, touch wood, I mean that will be an important game. But I mean, even then, I can't really see us. I don't want to say that because if we
1 point from 4 games, if we can't get that, there's a big problem.
Yeah, I mean, you'd hope so, wouldn't you, really? But yeah, I don't think it'll be the most important of games. Hopefully we'll get the job done against Aldershot, and then it will just be a good chance to, as I said, try out different stuff. And I mean, maybe even, I'm just looking at the table now, there is kind of a bit of room for movement. I mean, yeah, if we win our games in hand, we could overtake, well, we would overtake Forest Green on goal difference. So that is, yeah, I mean, if you talk about kind of, we spoke about it, I think, last week, but about where we'd like to finish it in the table and who we'd be playing and that sort of thing. But yeah, I don't think it'll be the most important games, but they're a weird old side for Halifax. I couldn't get my words out. Halifax, because they kind of show up in the biggest games, and then I guess against smaller, lesser teams, they kind of tend to not do that well. So I don't know. We'll see what Halifax turns up, but I think it should be a good game for us.
Yeah, Luke Walsh obviously not too happy about just missing out. But sorry, Luke, we've done it again. But yeah, looking ahead to the playoffs. So looking at the table again, yeah, Boreham obviously looking good for 4th now. 84 points. They had a good 3-0 win against Hartlepool yesterday. Rush hat-trick and another 2 assists for Brunty. Scunthorpe can still finish on 87. They scraped a 1-0 win at home to Brackley yesterday. Forest Green, they got a good result yesterday. 3-1 at home to Braintree. They can finish on 84 points. Southend can also finish on 84, but it is looking like we'll probably finish 7th, which would line us up against Boreham Wood away. Charlie?
See, I disagree. I actually think I can see us finishing 6th. I can see us leapfrogging Forest Green. I think we will go above them with our games in hand. I mean, all we've got to do is win our 2 games in hand and we leapfrog them. So, with our goal difference. So I personally can see us finishing 6th. I mean, if the results really went our way, then yeah, there's 5th is possible. But
yeah, don't put us 8th.
I think we will finish 6th personally. I've got a real hunch. I do think we'll finish there.
I think we can catch them. You're right.
All we've got to do is win our games in hand, and then it's down to final game, and we just got to beat them. And I think we play lunchtime, don't we, against Halifax on that Saturday? So by then, Forest Green will know what they need to do going into their game. So, so it's interesting. But like you say, we just take each game as it comes. We can't foresee what's going to happen. But we can just do what we can do. Game by game, be professional, get the result, and we'll move on. And if other teams slip up, then so be it. But we don't want to be reliant on other results all the time going our way. We want it in our own hands, and I think that's why on against Aldershot, I think we will get the result we need, because we don't want to be going into Saturday because it will be a really nervous game. Especially the fact that they've drawn their last couple, so they've sort of opened the door really for us. And you don't want a situation like last season where nobody sort of wanted to take that 7th place grab it. It was changing week by week by week, and we do not want to be going through all of that.
And that Gateshead game was so painful, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. Yeah,
got there in the end, but it was torturous.
Yeah, so
Be nice to get it done 3 games early.
Yeah,
Really
yeah,
would.
absolutely.
Well, the only thing left to look at, really, looking at the table, is who's going to win the league. So York currently on 104 points. Rochdale sneaked a late win, 102 points. I mean, it's criminal that one of those are not going to go up. And, you know, I was saying it yesterday. I can honestly see if Rochdale don't win that automatic promotion, you can just see mentally how that could affect them. But, yeah, who's your money on? I mean, it's going to be an interesting game when the two play each other.
Yeah,
My money's still on York.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
goal difference of plus 70. Unbelievable.
Yeah, I mean, I think York have got the better players. I think they've been up there pretty much all season, haven't they? Yeah, and I think just their forward line, I think they're one of the strongest teams. I think said it for the last couple of seasons. I think they've been one of the best teams I've seen us play, especially when they've been at our place. Been really, really impressive with them, to be honest. And yeah, personally, I can see them winning it.
Thinking about York and Rochdale now, I'm quite excited for the last game of the season, to be honest. I think that's going to be a really interesting game. I mean, to be honest though, like, it could... It's a weird one, because I would say York, and I hope York as well, because obviously they've got a pretty good relationship with kind of Southend fans, helping us out and stuff. So I have quite a soft spot for York anyway, and wanted them to go up.
Yeah, helped us out a bit,
mean,
didn't they?
if you look at who they're playing, Rochdale have Braintree, who obviously already relegated, and I can't really see them slipping up there. And then York have Yeovil, which again I can't really see them slipping up against, but it's a little bit of a harder game. But then on the final game of the season, Rochdale are the home side, so you never know what can happen there. I do think it'll probably come down to the last game of the season, so it'll be a good game.
Will make an interesting watch, that's for sure. Yeah, let's go for Aldershot Southend. What were your predictions for that? I'm going 1-0 Southend. We're going to sneak a 1-0, I think.
I'm going to go for a 3-0 win. I was looking at it before the podcast, and I mean, unless that FOTMob is wrong, it doesn't look like we've even beaten them at their ground, to be honest. But yeah, I'm going to go for a 3-0 win. I think we're on good
4
form.
o'clock on a Sunday, and I'm wondering what he's had to drink.
No, I'm going to the pub after this, not before. But
be 9-0 by then.
yeah. But yeah, I'm going to go for a 3-0 win. I think I can see Kendall getting a goal. To be honest, I could see Spazov starting, so I'm going to say that those two to get goals, maybe Gus. But yeah, I don't know. I'm just feeling positive. I think we're on a great run. I know we just had a bit of a boring kind of 0-0 draw, but it's still a decent point against a good side. I think we're on a great run, and why not make it 7 unbeaten?
Charlie?
I'm going to go 1-1. I don't like
because you hate Aldershot away.
I know. I've got this real thing. I mean, it's nothing personal against Aldershot. I mean, I don't rate their ground. I can't stand their ground.
You have mentioned it once or twice.
But yeah, I just think we always notoriously we found it really tough at their place, and yeah, I think a 1-1, which will still be enough for what we need.
I think I'm a little bit nervous for the game, so I am going. But I don't know if you remember, Charlie, but last time, before it got cancelled, you asked me, I think was it 5 things?
Yes, good things.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yes.
So, I mean, I've got to kind of do that. So, I mean, the more I've thought about that, 5 is a bit of a push.
You're struggling to find 1.
Maybe 2. If we win, that's one in itself.
Yeah. No, it's got the result is nothing. It's to do around itself, the facility,
experience. I'll give it my best.
Experience, the facilities, the environment. Yeah, the whole.
Right, Charlie. Next week you're hosting. He must come up with 5 things. Okay,
I mean, to be fair, if I'm there, I will be filming him, and I want to have evidence, physical evidence of these positive things.
I'll try my best.
Right, let's do Halifax. I'm going to go 2-2. I think it'll be another draw.
That's a good prediction. Yeah. I'm going to go different, but that does sound like that kind of sounds like a good score to go for. I'm going to go for a 2-0 win. I'm just going to be positive again. I feel like I was too negative last week, and I kind of spoke it into existence.
Yeah, and you gave us a 0-0 draw. Thanks for that.
Yeah, so I'm not doing that again. I'm just going to be positive. I'm going to say a 2-0 win, and I'm going to say Dallas to get a brace. That's my prediction.
Well, unlike Aldershot, I actually found Halifax a brilliant night out. I loved it up there. So I'm gutted because I'm away. I fly back on Friday, and I was hoping to go to it on Saturday, but I realised it's a 12:30 kickoff, and I'm just not going to be able to make it, unfortunately. So
you get there for the evening, put your party shoes on.
Yeah, exactly. If I'd known about it, I should have just got a flight directly up north. But yeah, never
Celebrate
mind.
with the boys.
Yeah, never mind. But no, I will go with a 2-1 win.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Okay. We'll be back next Monday. Before we go, I have to tell you, final result, Toby Ladies 1, Southend United 2. So, fantastic end to the season to the ladies. Well done. Goals from Georgia Wilson and Hannah Stone. So, yeah, well done, Nick. And we look forward to the game on the 16th. We'll be back next Monday. Charlie will be hosting, as I'll be in Stuttgart if my flight don't get cancelled again, which happened just before the show started. We'll have reaction from both Aldershot and Halifax. Will we have secured a playoff place? What will be the latest news from Ballymore? Charlie will be here to give you all of the news on all of that. So let's just say thanks.
Phil, I think
One thing. So I think we've got a little bit more time. Do you want to talk about the Premier League results? Just wondering.
Well, Phil doesn't know. Phil's recording it.
Yeah, don't tell me.
Okay. I won't tell you.
That doesn't fill me with confidence
I
now.
won't tell you.
Yeah.
I won't tell you results.
Thank you, Finn. I know it's not going to be
That's
good.
all right.
Right, we'll see you next week.
See you later. Have a good holiday.